to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10.
Check 20! Check 53! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Balazs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run here with Balazs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Chris Jones on the stop. On 2nd and 9. Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the 1st quarter. But in the 2nd quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Dolphins offense jogs back on the field, and they're coming off that Week 9 victory. first win in the Brian Flores era over the New York Jets, 26-18. And they have beaten the Jets now 4 straight times, but this one was obviously significant after the rough 0-7 start.
We talked about this a few weeks ago about Miami circling this game as a potential win for them so that they can get off the schneid and not be 0 for the season. But they have played better of late. How about last Monday night in Pittsburgh? Had a 2-touchdown lead in that game that went by the wayside. But guess what? Brian Flores is a head coach in his first year. They may be dismantling the team around him, but the guys that are in that locker room, he gets them to play hard and play aggressively.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, and it goes with what you're saying, he kind of gets a mulligan this year because of what he's had to deal with.
If he doesn't get a mulligan, totally unfair to him. He deserves a mulligan with what's happening around him, but he still gets that team to produce each and every week and make it difficult on their opponent.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are and make sure you're covering them. And he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find it, and he did there.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Strip the ball.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Fitzpatrick, the old war horse, getting everybody up to the line quickly. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson's got it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Completes it to Hearns. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded at the 2. And some room to work. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
What an explosive kickoff return from the 2 all the way to the end zone. A 98-yard return for 6. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time. Discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
I'm plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A gain of 22. Line of scrimmage. The 37 on 1st and 10. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Come on, fellas. Let's go, let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you... Probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Again, it's Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. From just shy of midfield, Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. And incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip. either way, depending on who converts on 4th down.
When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards. Great. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Next to score, Chiefs 36, Dolphins 7. Harrison Butker to kick off 4 Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term...
And the ball is knocked out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
We gonna shut y'all down.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flush to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what. Has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Took a great look at that scoreboard, realized how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal, and never forget it because
you're not going to want nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.